So in the previous video, if you guys remember, I featured my cat in a for somewhat. She was like wandering around the room and laying on the bed next to me, and yeah, this is her. If you want to see her, say hi to the people, kitty. Say hi. That's why you can't say anything. You're a kitty. She's a little agitated because I try to like, you know, get her to like stay here. Poor little thing. She probably was out. Yeah, she's. Okay. I'll let you go. So yeah, in the same essence of these, I'm going to be doing more CD videos of this sort. Sorry if I'm adjusting it. It took a while for me to show you guys her. So I'm gonna start with Fruit Tree, the Nick Drake box set. That contains 5 Leaves Left, Brighter Later, and Pink Moon, and Time and No Reply, which is a compilation of unreleased tracks and alternate versions of songs. And I prefer some of the versions on this that appear on Brighter Later and Time and No Reply very much. But Nick Drake to me was a very underrated musician. And not just because he was a singer-songwriter or he died young, but the people just did not appreciate his music the way it should have been, the lyrics and liner notes for every single track of all of the 4 albums. And I think that's what killed him the most. That's what eventually did him in, not the drugs or anything like that. Of course the drugs eventually did, but I think it was his sheer will to want to be for his music to be appreciated that ate him alive. It was not pretty. I blame the people of London from the 60s and 70s. But get into Nick Drake if you're looking for folk music of that persuasion. It's certainly worth getting into. Okay. Got some more Iggy and the Stooges albums. This one, the debut, it's not what I expected, really. I mean, KO produced the album and they went for a sound that didn't really sound like the Stooges, which is kind of disappointing, but whatever. I still like it. I still like it quite a bit. It's got I Want to Be Your Dog on it. Little Doll, 1969, that stuff. Well, it looks like, no, it's a reissue, obviously. And you have Raw Power, which is, I wanted the Bowie mix, but I got the Iggy mix instead. But I like this better. I think I might end up preferring the Iggy mix over to the Bowie mix because of how raw it sounds, and I think that's what Iggy was going for. Sure, it lowers the bass part, and it drowns it with all these electric guitar and Iggy's vocals, most of the former thing. But it's quite enjoyable. It's certainly an experience, at least. But yeah, do get into the Iggy and the Stooges if you're looking for proto-punk that will go on to, you know, find the entire genre that is punk. What is she doing? I don't know. Silly kitty. Random Access Memories, Daft Punk. Basically, a time machine to the future, or not the future, the present. the past. That's the word. And it's pretty good. I like this quite a bit. Got the lyrics, even though most of like some of the songs are just we're up all night to get lucky, that kind of thing. If you're looking to get into dance, like house music, like some really good house music, look into Daft Punk, especially this album. I just saw it one day at Target and felt like getting it, and I'm glad I did. I think a lot more people should get into this album, and Daft Punk in general. They did deserve that Grammy win, in my opinion, but I don't think it was the best of last year. Okay. Bad Butterfinger, Soundgarden. My first Soundgarden album of the new variety. My copy of Super Known is used, obviously. Ooh. The lyrics and liner notes and all that. I don't know why they did it like that, but I still think it's pretty cool the way they did it. To me, I still prefer Soundgarden to this. I'm Super Known to this. But I can definitely see people favoring this album because of how freaking raw it is, and how it wasn't a lot of the album previous to this, Loud in Love. Hey, kitty. And lots of good songs on here. The only thing holding me back from this being my favorite is a lot of the reasons Super Known's my favorite. More variety, and the vocals are pretty out there and well refined. Silly kitty. Begin to Soundgarden if you haven't yet. They're great. Waiting for their new album to blow me away. Don't know if it's going to do that or not. Too soon to tell. Got another Audioslave album on the subject of Soundgarden. Out of Exile. It's great. To me, anyway. I think it's a little better than their debut. I don't know how, since the vocals on here are a bit more tame. Maybe that's what they were going for, more softer sound somehow. And considering the members of the band, the instrumental skeleton of the band is essentially everything that was Rage Against the Machine except Zach De La Rocha. So it's kind of squeamish to me to listen to that kind of thing. But it's enjoyable, incredibly enjoyable. Out of Exile, Audioslave. And here's one I didn't expect to love so much, Tragic Kingdom, no doubt. Third wave ska, do dive into that. Sublime and No Doubt, obviously. No doubt, no doubt. No doubt about that. Oh, lyrics, and yeah, I'm digging this. A lot of excellent bass. A lot of excellent bass on this album. Cool drumming, nice guitar, and Stefani's vocals are pretty eccentric. Well, rehearsed and everything. I think Stefani's a great vocalist, but her voice can sound a little annoying to some. But this is still pretty great. Do get into it. Okay. Supernatural, Santana. It's that Santana album that kind of put it on the map. Look at that CD right there. It's pretty... Oh, lyrics. I didn't know these were here. Is there a poster in here? No, it's just... Okay, yeah. Been getting a lot of CDs that's been doing this. I have no idea why. But this was better than I expected to be, honestly. I was expecting to be like soft rock and that nostalgia breeding not soft rock, since it was released in 1999, has that smooth song with Rob Thomas on it. But I still liked it. Some of the songs are at times a little long for their own good, and that would be okay with me if I heard Carlos Santana playing lead guitar more, but good. Pretty good, really good album. Okay, I'm gonna do maybe all the ones I intended. Okay, I'll stop stalling. Of course, I got more Tom Waits. I gotta get more Tom Waits. I love me some Tom Waits. This is Bone Machine. It's the one before Mule Variations, and I like it a lot. Lyrics again. Good personnel. Do like this. Like it. This is strange. It's a strange album. It's darker. It's strange. There's like a couple, like 1, 2, 3 tracks where he's doing falsetto, and it's like weird as hell. And I like it a lot. Not as much as Mule Variations or Rain Dogs, but almost on par. To me, so far, Waits never put out a bad album. I don't think he ever will. To me, anyway. Like I said, more U2, more U2. Yes, more U2. How to Dismantle Atomic Bomb. This is the album with a Vertigo. It's more rocky than I'm used to hearing U2. Not a bad thing at all. I think they do it pretty well. Excellent bass parts. The Edge has got edge. Edgier, I guess. But quite the enjoyable album. I didn't expect to like love it as much as I do. I mean, I knew I was gonna like it a lot because of its U2. Did not expect it to like it as much as I did, though. Okay. How to Smell a Time Bomb, U2. Okay, I'm gonna get through this quickly. This is gonna stir a lot of negative emotions for people, for metalhead watching this, even though there's not a lot of reason for it to. Is it falling apart? It is falling apart. Like the front is like messed up. I don't know what happened with shipping there, but that's how it is. I'm almost afraid to remove this. Some weird mannequin stuff with lyrics and personnel in it. But it's a good album. I mean, it grows on me every time I listen to it. The only reason I think metalheads hate is because it was fronted by a rock figure. And they can't comprehend frickin' plays from way back when. I'll do that later. But getting to that album, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and I can understand why. But I love that album. I love friggin' Lulu. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'll do another video. I actually got 2 other CDs, but I'm not going to do them right now. Okie dokie.